NBA 2K18 tutorial number 37. Today we're going to focus on a broken defensive mechanic of the game in terms of the AI. I'll be showing you guys two playsets that are essentially game breaking offline in 2K18, and we'll discuss and focus on why that is. I'll also have online and offline footage to demonstrate just how overpowering this is and how broken the defense acts when you run this. So the action itself is actually a legit NBA action that is most often used by the Oklahoma City Thunder this year. What it looks like at first glance, as if you can see from the footage, it just looks like a double screen, but that's not what's happening. In real life, the OKC run it. What they do is they use the second screen to screen the hedge defender that is reacting to the first screen. That's the action that is being done, and 2K18 AI does not know how to defend it. So I'm going to show you also that these sets I'm teaching you have multiple options. Obviously they're super strong sets because they take advantage of a broken element of the AI. If you want to use it, that's up to you, but I'm just letting you know so you can defend it if you see it. And like I said, what it really comes down to is that 2K AI defense can't defend screen the hedge defender actions, and this needs to be fixed obviously for offline. And online, a user can defend it if they know what's coming. They can fix the element of it that's broken, but it still gives the other user a huge unfair advantage because it forces that user's hand. So we'll begin with set number 1. It's called Fist 2-6 Size, and it's from the Pelicans playbook. And this play optimizes the spacing for the users to take advantage of this broken element of the 2K AI defense. So if you want to find the play, coaching sliders, Pelicans playbook, and obviously this once again adds to the Pelicans scheme I've been showing to you guys. You need a pick and roll ball handler for an assigned play, so just find a point guard or anybody else. So you can watch it one time in real time. I have called it for CJ here. And Dame's gonna bring it up, give him the ball, and it's a layup. You'll be like, oh, double screen layup, Sam, nothing special. If this works 1 out of 5 times, 1 out of 7 times maybe, but this works every time because as the double screen comes, it's actually a pop and a screen. Now CJ McCollum's gonna pop, Willie's gonna roll. So you can see CJ sets the screen, but when Willie's screen comes and actually picks off the hedge defender who was originally reacting to CJ's pick and fade. So Willie's pick and roll is screening the hedge defender from CJ's pick and fade with Dame, and this gives you an open layup or dunk, I guess, all the time. Like 90% of the time. So I'm calling it for Dame, I bring it up with the other loafer. So you're gonna bring it up with the guy you're not calling it for, and you can see the center, the second hedge doesn't actually trigger. The first hedge to the pick and fade triggers, but because of the second screen coming as a pick and roll, there should be a second hedge defender now, right? Because the original hedge defender has been screened. 2K AI doesn't react to this. You can see time and time again the center, so Willie Cauley-Stein's guy, who should be becoming the second hedge defender to stop Damian's turn to the corner. Watch, he doesn't react. Like, I just happen to run into him, and if you run into him, you actually get a clean roll because nobody reacts to the roll. But the key to this is you gotta understand. Watch it closely this time. Watch it. I'm bringing it up with CJ. I've called it for Dame, so the play swings it to Dame. CJ's gonna set that first pick and fade. Now watch the center. He does not understand Damian is turning the corner. It's like he doesn't see Damian. You can see the computer center just loses focus. Like, he doesn't understand he's the hedge defender. Now watch. He doesn't understand. That's not the way. He's defending Cauley-Stein, and that gets you a corner turn. The second set is Fist 9-1 give, and this actually is a multiple option double screen play. This also has the screen the hedge defender action, and this play is actually even stronger than the other one. So watch it one time in real time. I've called it for Dame here, and actually let's go to Dame. So you can see the double screen come. Aminu is coming. He's going to be the popper. Jermichael Green is going to be the screener. You see? Mason Plumlee. Is that Mason? Yeah, Mason Plumlee, no reaction. He doesn't understand, like, Dame's there. So I'm calling it for the Sixers. So I'm calling it for the guy I want to call it for. So I want it for Simmons. So I called it for Simmons. So the first action, you're in horns in this, and one of the horns guys is going to come up. You're going to give and go past him. So do a katana pass, hold X and turbo as you pass to Embiid here, and only let go of X when you want the ball back. So I'm going to let go of X when I want the ball back, and then I'm going to go to the wing, and the double screen is going to come. Embiid is going to pop because he's a shooter. Saric is going to roll. Computer sets this up perfectly for you, but watch Gotthard. Like, he doesn't understand. Like, Porter, Gortat don't understand there's a guy turning the corner. And that's the breaking element, because this happens every single time when you run it. 90% success rate with this. It's just if you don't execute the dribble well, you run into your own guy. But if you avoid your own guy, watch. Porter and Gortat are going to come for these double picks. The computer already sets this up for you, so the better shooter is going to be the fade. This is an auto setup, which is a great thing about this set. So Porter's going to pop, so Embiid has to guard War here, but he doesn't understand. Look, Embiid doesn't understand he has become the hedge defender. That is the pinpoint, that's the breaking point of the set. Like, if a user online doesn't switch to that, if he doesn't become that second hedge defender, this is money all day long. And if he does become the second hedge defender, the computer actually messes up on the fade. So you can see this is online gameplay. I'll show you guys more of this when I do my online scheme videos like I usually do, but this is online. I'm using the Sixers here, users using the Raptors, and you can see he doesn't understand this play breaks the game. So look at his Valanciunas. His Valanciunas doesn't he's expecting Valanciunas to hedge out as he plays on ball. The Valanciunas doesn't even guard Simmons because he doesn't know he's there. The user recovers, but too late. I was able to seal his hip and he was done. This is offline footage and it's pointless because it's just game breaking. Watch, they go over the screen, but then because of the initial high speed action, you can still kick it out. Like, Embiid has to help here and he doesn't. So this is option 2 in real time. So this one doesn't take advantage of the broken element, but it's just a good play. You see me run side to side, get that out of screen, and it's a high speed action, so I can rotate, break the defense, work the ball around, swish ball. So let me break it down for you what happens here. So you're going to get that guy to come up, hold X, hold turbo, but don't let go. Run all the way to the end of the line, but don't let go of X. You'll trigger this other route. Now you're going to run this other route. Give and go action in the katana is long enough for you to run both routes. So now you let go of X, and if you catch this, you get the defender behind you, and Embiid is going to set you this running motion screen that comes right into the middle, and he's gonna not even clip John Wall, but it gives you a better angle. See, you can see the hedge defender react properly because it's a single screen, but because I got more speed and a better angle, I do finish it up. But in this case, you can see the defense do work because the hedge defender recognizes the existence of Simmons. So you can see me run the katana, let go, come back. I actually ran it wrong, but the play still works. So if you run all the way to the line, at the end of the line, it will trigger the second branch. So if you want to use the first branch and the double screen, obviously pass before the branch ends. But since here, I'm going to use the second branch to watch. Hold turbo, hold X, tap the end, wait it out, give it back. If I do it wrong, I can still go back, tap it, and it still works. This play doesn't break, and it will finish its branches and its actions, even if you don't run it really well initially. But as you get good at it, like here you can see I have plenty of reps. So I touch the end of the line and it triggers the second branch. You get it back, understand that screen is coming, use it, it clips Simmons, I get the shoulder dip, and I finish it up. With someone like John Wall, you are essentially running side to side while holding down X and turbo using the give and go and katana mechanic. So it really opens up better angles. So watch me touch the line, get the second line, hold turbo, never let go of turbo, let go of X. See, I get the angle, this time the switch, give it back to Embiid, finish. Beautiful, beautiful second option to the play. The second option is not a broken element, so this is good. This is just proper, nice, proper basketball where it's like you have an advantage because you're smarter, but not because the game is breaking. So touch the line, hold turbo, let go of X, use that screen. If they get clipped, you dip them with someone like Simmons and John Wall all day long. So against the AI, these are pointless. Don't do these double screens where you screen the hedge defender against the AI because the success rate is insane. I will be showing you guys online utilization of these, of the entire Pelican. Once the entire Pelican scheme is finished, I'll start showing those tutorials online on how to use these maybe this weekend. And like I said, like against the computer, this is just a problem that 2K has to deal with because this is a very common NBA action. Most notably used the most this year by OKC, where is Westbrook has the ball, Adams and George sets the screen, Adams sets the initial screen, and George sets the second screen. Or sometimes George sets the first screen and Adams sets the other screen. So they do a variation of this, but the idea is just that the second screener is going to screen the first screener's hedge defender, right? So common NBA action, and 2K knows this because plenty of plays in this game has this action. You're just gonna look. Like in the Pelicans playbook alone, there's 2 of these. And in plenty of the other ones, there's multiple ways of these. But this actually goes to show another issue of the 2K defense that's working in the background that we didn't know before. it seems like on single ball screen actions, the computer obviously can communicate properly because it's like, hey, other guy, you are now the hedge defender, so stop this pick and roll. But for some reason, when you run two of them together, the second guy doesn't realize he's the hedge defender, and he falls back to the bad habits of sticking with that player. This set works so well because in these plays, the second screener who's screening the first screen hedge defender is always the center or the guy that can't shoot. And you can see when they don't recognize it, they just guard the center. And they will guard him in a way where they're doing that classic 2K AI silly thing where they're humping them like they can shoot freeze even though they're way above the free throw line extended. You can see Embiid here doesn't recognize. Like I made contact with Amir Johnson there, so he kind of picks me up. But you can see initially like it's like he doesn't understand Wall is there. So this means, I guess we probably always knew, but this means in some aspects of the 2K defense, the AI defenders are not watching the ball, so they doesn't understand where the ball is. Like I have no idea what the calculations in the background are doing, but from this exploit or this breakage, like you can tell sometimes the defenders are guarding the movement of the offensive players, but not the ball. That's what I meant, and I think that's actually what's happening all the time. Because a single pick and roll action can be guarded because two players moving, the AI can understand. But when you do this, look at him bleed. He doesn't understand Wall is there until when he gets into the paint. But before that, nothing. So it seems like I think AI defense is reading offensive player movements, but never recognizes where the ball really is. When I found this, that's how I felt. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but that assumption makes sense for what you see here because they're just reading the players of the offense. So you can see me run the double screen here with the Fizz91 GIF, and you can see Embiid like nothing. He like Amir Johnson again. Sorry, he doesn't understand Wall is coming at him with the ball, and when he does, it's only when Wall gets into the paint. So it seems like the defense is reading the player's movement, but not the guy with the ball and what he's probably going to do with the ball if this is happening around the court. I think that's 2K defense, and that's why I keep coming with stuff that can take advantage of it. Because the things I do are NBA-like action that has multiple movements, and I kind of disguise the guy with the ball. Like I try to make it seem like he's not really like doing much, it's not really the threat, but it's the poppers, but I actually just want to drive this in there. So I think that's why it's working. Needless to say, maybe I'm completely wrong, but obviously I'm right about one thing, and that's the problem. The problem is that the second hedge defender doesn't recognize. Like, look at Sarge! Like, that's insane! He just gave up the drive and started guarding Gortat at the 3-point line. That's the issue. I don't really know why it's happening, but it's definitely happening if you run this. So offline, if you hate the computer, I don't know why, you can murder them with this. Online, it just requires the other users to play the center, but then he has to deal with other problems like the AI defending the roller and the AI defending the popper, which is bad. So when I show you the online footage, you'll see that this still hurts a ton if you put this on online because you're having a crazy advantage where one of the AI defenders is guaranteed to mess up. And that's how you compete on 2K, unfortunately. Because this is just a regular NBA action, but if it can't handle it, it can't do it. So, online footage this weekend. As always, thanks for coming by. If you enjoyed this, add me a like. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this. And I will see all of you next time.